What's up, D learners? It's your girl, Lady D. Lady D. Up. What's up, D learners? It's your girl, Lady D. I am here to talk to you today about what happens when you transition into any kind of like diet, detox, anything like that, that you're going from regular amount of standard American diet carbs to low carbs or even zero carbs. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is some of the things that can happen. Now, if you think about the standard American, maybe 2,000 calorie diet, 2,200 calorie diet, then we're pretty much eating about 200 to 300 grams of carbohydrates a day. If you are a busy person who is like me, out here in these streets every day, working, grinding, hustling, then a lot of those are going to be possibly fast food, or you're getting something out of a box, something you can make real quick for you and the family. So those carbohydrates, your body has gotten used to that. If you look at the back of those, a lot of those have refined sugar, high fructose corn syrup, maltodextrin, dextrose, aspartame. The list goes on and on of all of the things that are in there that are not necessarily healthy for our bodies. So our bodies get used to all that toxicity building up. And so over time, that's what your body craves. That's what your body is used to. So when you start to blow up, get all these ailments like gout, fibromyalgia, TMJ, carpal tunnel, plantar fasciitis, all of these autoimmune disorders, anti-inflammatory diseases, it's from all that toxicity building up in your body over time. So a lot of us will say, like me, when the doctors started talking about medication, I was like, hold up. Let me try to do this on my own first. I am not saying this as medical advice. I'm just letting you know that there are ways to start to work on yourself with or without being on medication. So for me, reducing my carbohydrates was one way to help heal my body. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can do this. Some people do it as with Atkins. Some people do it as carnivore diet. Some people do it as vegan ketogenic diet, but pretty much changing your shift from mostly eating carbohydrates to either eating a higher protein diet or a higher fat diet, you are reducing your carbs. Most people who are doing low carb are at about 50 net carbs a day. Those who are doing ketogenic are about 30 to 20 net carbs a day. So when you go from that 200 to 300 down to that 20 to 30 or even 50, your body is transitioning. So it's like shock. So it gets shocked into what it needs to do next. So because of that shock, you're going to experience things like fatigue. You'll feel really tired, either physically, mentally, or both. A word that you can use for it is like malice. Like I just feel no energy, low energy. And this usually happens the first 3 to 7 days. But for some people, depending on how traumatized your body is, it could last a little bit longer. Something else you might experience is stomach pain or cramping, kind of like hunger pains, like, oh my gosh, why are you starving me? Because your body is used to you pumping it full of junk, pumping it full of whatever you were eating before. And so it thinks that something is wrong. Then you've got dizziness, like just feeling like your brain is depleted, and so you're not necessarily having clear thoughts. Maybe you have some mental fog. You might also have a headache. All of this is because your kidneys, your liver is all trying to fight and figure out what is going on. Why is it different? You might have some nausea and even vomiting just as your body is transitioning into this new lifestyle that you're doing, whether it's, again, a detox, or just doing the whole lifestyle of becoming low carb or ketogenic. You may have sugar cravings, and it may be strange sugar cravings, like I just want to sit on the floor and eat this ketchup. I need sugar so bad. And people have done really awkward things just wanting sugar, wanting just to taste some kind of sugar, because their body is saying, what's going on? All these years, all these months, I have been living off of sugar, and now today you are trying to starve me and kill me. Then you've also got muscle aches and cramps. If you have a history of things like fibromyalgia, or gout, or any of those inflammatory diseases, even though these meal plans and diet plans and detoxes are meant to help people with those, over time, when you first change, your body does not understand that shock. So all that inflammation might come flooding into your body, and you're fighting to get past those first few days. Then you've got insomnia or sleeplessness. It's like your body is figuring out what to do. So it's like, should I sleep? Should I not sleep? And for me, I know I definitely do not get any sleep during just that first transition, especially if I have been eating well, then went away for a week and ate like junky food, all that crap food, and then came back and went back on a low carb or ketogenic meal plan. I definitely will have sleeplessness in the beginning. You could have diarrhea, or you could have constipation. For me, when I do carnivore, I definitely can tell I have constipation. But then when I do vegan or raw vegan ketogenic lifestyle, I definitely at first will have diarrhea. So for me, it's one end or the other. Some people experience smell on their skin or bad breath in the beginning. For others, they don't experience that. I mean, brush your teeth, wash. I don't know. It's excreted from your mouth and your skin because of those cells and hormones that are trying to change. But with anything, breath odor, body odor, you can combat that, to me, easily. Low blood sugar. So if you have issues with diabetes or just hypoglycemia, you definitely might experience fatigue or low blood sugar, which again is why your primary care physician, nutritionist, or some weight loss clinic, someone needs to know that you're doing this to help you keep up with these things. You might get a rash. It just depends on your body. For me, I don't know if y'all notice, I do not wear makeup. My skin, if I am doing a low carb ketogenic lifestyle, whether it's carnivore, whether it's vegan keto, my skin will stay clear. The minute I start putting carbs back in, I will start getting bumps on my skin and it won't be clear. So I do not wear makeup. I only wear lip gloss, and I do not get those rashes. I actually have clear skin, but for some people, they have the opposite effect and they get rashes. Then also for women, you could lose your period. If you are a woman of childbearing age, definitely you want to talk to your OBGYN about this before pursuing it, because you may or may not want to do it. For me, I am not interested in having any more children. I will be 39 in a couple months. I have 3 teens, so I am completely happy with what I have. So whether or not I have my period is not a big deal for me, but you definitely want your OBGYN and your primary care physician to know what's going on so that they can help you track that. And there's lots of apps. I just keep my information on my calendar about my period so I can talk to my doctors about it to make sure everything is okay. So just understand that this is kind of saying goodbye to what you're familiar with, what is easy. And your body doesn't like that. It doesn't react well. So you are going to have some kinds of symptoms. You're going to have some things happen. Again, typical is 3 to 5 days of people feeling kind of. But after those 3 to 5 or 3 to 7 days, then people start to have energy. They feel better. They feel cleaner. For those people who have just never embarked on a journey like this, you could feel bad longer. It could be 14 days, it could be 21 days, or even as long as 30 days. The goal, though, is to get yourself feeling better. So I am going to do a separate video on just some things that could be helpful on getting yourself feeling better when you are having flu-like symptoms, when you're trying to transition to low-carb, ketogenic meal plan, or detoxing. So just remember, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. It's been great talking to you guys today. I am so excited to have you embark on this journey with me, and hopefully your symptoms are not too horrible. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day.